So, okay, now tell me, what do you guys play? Tell me about the arrangement of your group.
I play piano and guitar and sing.
Okay.
Dave plays guitar and sings.
Talk about the songwriting.
Actually, over the last 2 years, I think we've grown exceptionally. When we were starting the band, it was kind of important for us to sort of work with outside writers and sort of, especially learn the ropes of songwriting and how it applies to making a record, and then how it applies to playing it live. And once we realized that you could take everything into consideration, we would start to write songs together that would suit a live show better, and then just from there we would kind of branch out and sometimes we'd just write a verse, and we'd just log a verse here or a chorus there, and then we'd take pieces and cannibalize all these ideas we wrote, and that kind of seems to be the best way that him and I have been able to write.
Do you find that a song gets better in time?
Oh yeah.
Like
some songs get worse. some
songs you just kind of say, well, let's never speak of that again.
Yeah, let's put the cork back on and toss it over the side of the road for somebody else.
Or blend it with something else. You do that with wine. You ever take a song and try to
Yeah, you add different parts to it. Well, let's try this part as well. We've got a song that we've been playing for a while now, and we haven't recorded it. And so the more we play it, the more it changes. Even just the slightest little melodic adjustments actually make a really big difference, and it's actually improved as we've gone along, which is nice, because sometimes when you write a song, you have to record it, and then you start playing it live, and then you're like, oh, I'd rather do this, oh, I'd rather do that. But, being able to play it through into fruition makes for a much better finished product.
That's exactly what I was thinking about. I was, listening to a song that was recorded years ago, and then listening to a live version of it, recorded just a few years ago. And I thought to myself, I bet you they wish they had done it like that years ago.
Well, that's sometimes you get it perfect in the studio one time, and then other times, songs become something else entirely live.
And other times you hear Stevie Nicks sing Landslide really drunk 20 years later, and you're like, oh, I don't think she wanted it to go that way.
But it's the evolution. And the cool thing about playing these songs live is, it's funny, when we finish a record, that's when it's no longer ours. It's kind of like, because up in that till when you're recording it, it kind of feels like this big secret that nobody else, the only you know about, and you're very into you've heard the song 450 times, because you're demoing it and recording it, and then by the time it's out, it's kind of then it's no longer ours. Then it's when fans take it over, and then
at that point, it's important for us to do the songs justice, and when we play live, it's always very important for us to sound like
then you can't take it back.
Well, the thing about live, too, is we're the only 4 dudes on stage, but 2,000 people show up that have had to buy the record, learn the songs, take the night off work, and then show up with 199 other people kind of thing, and enjoy it together. And
they want to hear what the song that they hear on the record. So, we've always been able to pride ourselves on playing, strong and just like our CD, and, if not better, whenever we can. But, sticking close to what we came up with is always a great way to, give that music back to the fans.
Right. Outlaw Josie Wales.
Yeah?
I just got to point this out. I hate to distract from...
At first I thought it was Blondie.
You thought it was Debbie Harry?
No, from Good, Bad, the Ugly.
Oh, okay.
Blondie!
But is it Good, Bad, the Ugly?
No, it's Outlaw Josie Wales. We had this conversation earlier today, actually. It's the hat that tips it off.
Do you want to brag about the ink work? I mean, it's pretty impressive. I think it's worth showing off and giving a little description.
Sure, man. Dave's got some pretty crazy stuff on his arms. This is an octopus woman up here.
Octopus woman.
I got an Octobabe. I've got the high five, actually, that I really like.
Wow.
Or the tennis elbow.
Tennis elbow.
And this is my newest one. I just I made a bet with my drummer that if I hung on to my pink Bic the entire time, I'd get it commemorated.
That's awesome.
So.
And it's coming through the elbow there.
Coming through the elbow. Jake's got a bunch
Love
too.
the razor blade. That one jumped out.
And my grandpa was a barber in World War II, from Italy, and it closes.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, and then actually this was actually my favorite, just because I had some pretty crazy stuff going on, and then I got a boat and a girlfriend in the same year.
Really? It's kind of a good takeoff on kind of that classic sailor kind of tattoo. It's a great take on this. Let's go with the left arm.
And then my grandma used to, she had rose garden. When I was a kid, we used to play in it and smoke all our drugs when we were 4 and 5 in the rose garden. I'm kidding. That's so weird. I'm kidding. But yeah, that's what that came from.
Okay, true or false? I've performed Every Rose Has Its Thorn on stage.
False.
Okay.
I like how you asked.
That's good. I like that. That's good. St. Louis impressions.
Cold so far, but
closer to Canada.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah. We were just in McAllen and
Hometown?
Corpus Christi.
Oh, you were in Texas?
Yeah, we were in Texas, so
Okay.
it's very un-Christmassy there.
People were
They
putting
were
like
putting-
fake snow on their
Yeah, yeah,
roofs.
yeah.
I was just down there too.
And overcompensating with Christmas lights. Like, their yard would be full of, like, those snow globe, blow-up snow globes and stuff, like, just way too far to make it look like Christmas, because it's not down there, it's a desert still.
It does get
So we
old
got
over
down
the
here,
top.
we're like, oh yeah, here we are, it's, you know,
I bet you
smells like
St.
Canada.
I bet you St. Louis is awesome because I grew up in a river town.
Okay.
And river towns are awesome because you get these. Is there a spot where you can go here where you sit on the bank
Yeah,
and
the
kind of
landing.
chill out? Yeah. Do people float around the river at all? or-
Well, they don't so much float down the Mississippi River. They'll
Right.
float down, like, say, maybe like the
There's a
Merrimack
couple
River.
go on the other side.
On the other side, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of tubing and stuff.
Yeah.
Float trips.
we're
Right.
big water guys. We're right from the coast. and
Yeah,
stuff.
we're
That's
from the
anytime
woods,
you're
so we
by
fish
some
a
kind
lot.
of water, feel a kinship to it.
Cordially invited to come back and hang out with a bunch of Hoosiers.
Dip our
Yeah!
Oh,
Sounds good.
Hoosiers.
We'll get the
Did you learn
Hoosiers.
about Hoosiers yet?
Well,
Well, we're hosers.
yeah.
yeah, that's right. It's not far off.
No,
Right?
so I'm just gonna assume that a Hoosier
Hoosier's
wears
kind of
flannel
like-
and, you know, knows how to fix a lawnmower.
It's a little different. Hoosier is kind of like our equivalent of like white trash.
Like a sports fan, like a redneck kind
Yeah,
of
just
thing.
kind of redneck.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
a hoser.
That's a hoser
Yeah.
too.
That's a
Canadian
hoser.
redneck.
So you'll like a float trip.
Oh yeah,
Hell
no.
yeah, man.
You know what you do is you deflate one of the tubes, you pull it up around the cooler, and then you inflate it. So the cooler has its own tube.
That's brilliant. I think our people got. I think we've got that one already.
Good.
We'll get plenty of Natty Light. No, you guys drink Labatt.
Pilsner.
You like Labatt?
Yeah, no, Pills old
Labatt
style.
50, Pilsner Old Style.
Yeah.
You were
PBR.
talking. He was talking about Labatt's the other day.
Labatt
Just
50.
keep me
And Molson.
away from the light
Molson.
beers down here. I don't need the light beer down here.
We'll
but,
introduce you to Bud Light. We make a lot of that here.
Rolling Rock, actually, too. I'm a big Rolling
That's a
Rock
good
fan.
one.
It's good to meet you guys.
Yeah, man, it was really good to meet you.
Thanks for
having
coming in.
us.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you.
pleasure.
Dude, thanks for having us, cats.
This is Hedley. All right, thanks for visiting us at Z1077.com. Check them out.
Check them out.